Alrighty, guys. So here is all the latest on the Strait of Hormuz. But we also got here's some news. This is apparently a picture that Kay during Hackamedia took of her and Scarlett. And apparently Scarlett did not know that this picture was being taken, and she shared it in a group chat. And Ralph pretty much threatened her to beat her up over it. Apparently the whole thing is that she did not know that this picture was being taken. Don't know the truth of the matter. I just know that Ralph had a forking fit over it. So, yeah, there's the drama with that we didn't really have, that there was no explanation to at the time. So, I am going to try something here. Not sure whether or not I can quite embed this the way that I want, but I'm going to try. Yeah, baby, it worked. So there we go. So now I've got them all equally shared. Oh. It is forking hot in my apartment right now. Kind of crazy. I'm going to have to fix this fan so that it's better on me. It's telling me it's 79 fucking degrees in here. And I can believe it. Okay. I was messing around with something. Maverick? Maverick? Where are you? Maverick? More trees? Maverick? Where the hell is my cat? He's actually hiding in a different spot than normal. Okay. He's hiding in his pork and cat tree, which he never does. Scaring the crap out of me because I'm thinking I had my second story windows open at some point. I'm gonna take a picture of you and show it. As it is. Send it to Auntie and show her that you were actually using your cat tree, and then you got out. After ignoring me calling your name several times, he was inside of the bottom half of that cat tree. All right, so while all of that blockade by the U.S. is going on, we also want to know what is going on with rackets. I'm just looking through here and seeing what the forums has to say about this. Everyone thinks that Aaron made a goof here. And I mean, with these people, it's like, who the fuck knows, you know? Who the fuck knows? So Sean thinks, having had a chance to listen to this, I could see Stearns County burying Aaron under the jail for this completely unnecessary move by Aaron to start juggling grenades. So what exactly did Aaron say? Well, let's take a listen here.
And it made me convinced that, okay, this is going to sound nuts, and I need the audience to stop watching the show right now. This is just Johnny and I. I've been thinking about telling SP. I've been thinking about like telling my parents or whatever or anybody, but I can't because they'll think I'm nuts. just hang with me for if you've listened to the Father
haven't gone anywhere.
Ripperger thing, it makes sense. I think I may have had some sort of demonic influence / possession when I was making all my sex
Making your big
mistakes
mistakes?
and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I had a sex demon. And going to I had to look it up. I'm like, does going to Catholic Mass exorcise demons? And they were like, yes, holy water, going to Mass, and receiving the Eucharist chases out demons.
Did you start? Oh wait, but that's right. You started going, but you went to Mass with the group, didn't you?
No, not Catholic Mass. No, sirree, Bob.
Okay, so you just went.
No,
so
sirree,
like,
Bob. That's how you know
Mass
that the
doesn't do
Catholic
it.
Church is, the real shit, because
Yeah.
that other stuff doesn't do shit for you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm leaning towards, as I was talking to Father Ripperger, or as I was listening to Father Ripperger, I was like, holy shit, that's not. And Tucker was even saying, I know people like that. Oh my God, that's amazing. Now, Father Ripperger also said that, like, sometimes people just make shitty decisions. Like, sometimes people get
Right.
addicted to stuff. Sometimes people have a chemical imbalance. They have mental illness, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. What is the here? Let's look it up. What is the sex demon?
This is gonna go well.
Let's see.
He's gonna find a picture of himself. On
Fellow tradition, the primary sex demons are the incubus, male form, targeting women. Well, that's not me.
Yep.
The succubus, female form, targeting
Female
men. These entities were believed to seduce humans in their sleep to engage in sexual acts believed to cause physical deterioration, spiritual torment, or to steal semen to produce demon offspring. Well, guess what?
See, the idea is that somehow this is supposed to all be a vague reference to Kayla, who he's not allowed to talk about.
My doctor fixed that part years ago. So I had
That's why they let you go. You're blowing blank loads.
Bro, I had a succubus, perhaps. See, because the only other explanation is I was just
tempting me to say it.
I was just a stupid piece of shit. Or it could
That
be
is also
The
entirely
hearing
possible. I wouldn't rule it out, but it's your life.
was supposed to be at 1:30 local time, and it's almost 3:00 now. So the thing of it is I think it was a status conference, not so much as a public hearing, unless the decision to delay that changed things. What we're listening to now is that even apparently potentially criminal thinks that Aaron might have really messed himself up with this.
It could be both. It could be both.
It could be both.
Veldrain with $1 says, did the deacon have more or less charisma than Mark Gormley? Ooh, slightly more. Slightly more.
I just don't know. I mean, maybe it could seem like it's somehow talking about Kayla. People are speculating that Nick might be talking about doing a defamation lawsuit against him. But I'm thinking there wasn't a whole lot that he said that was a lie. This is interesting here. This is But it just seems like there would be a whole lot of shit that should be embarrassing to him as well if he did some kind of. I don't know. I mean, it's something that Nick has hinted at, but I just. The problem is, and now as far as this video that we go watched, what is this right here? Father Baldo said Nick is in the right and morally justified because some shitty prosecutor says so. Aaron should just let himself be bullied by a faggot because he just should, okay? Sean Martin, this is what he said. Fuck, man, you're like a toe log. You all believe in NSEG. Nick isn't in the right or morally justified. He's abusing the legal system and happened to find a prosecutor judge who wanted to go along with it. Sometimes you're just fucked. In this situation, yeah, you have to take it. It sucks and life isn't fair, but that's like crying about the crocodile eating the gazelle on the Discovery Channel. It is what it is. It's not a justice system, it's a legal system. He's right. There isn't anything Casey can do, and if it's of capacity, I don't know what exact legal theories I'm offered up, but if it's not going to take, in my opinion, it wouldn't stop anyone from filing, though. Torturous interference claim of contracts / business is going to be a stretch. YouTube isn't going to play ball with a court order, and you need that and all to show he attempted to interfere. And that's after the step where a juror will bring up it's not your channel anyway, you don't get the money from it, which would probably kill things off earlier in the motion to dismiss stage. What? Don't be stupid. He should constantly talk about a completely different woman named Quayla with a Q. He should be clearly separate Quayla from Kayla. What really about Kayla is Aaron's stories made a trust fund cuck named Cup. Trust fund cuck boy. Aaron has to go to jail for our teammate, and he should. He at least needs to get Nick on the record saying he's a cuck in the story. I should have sent him a call cooking with Kayla and her cuck. Okay, whatever. I think there's some fun YouTube things here that we can watch while we're waiting for confirmation of what's happened. Devil Town, USA, I believe, got some. But why is it? Is that what it was called? Yes. He might not have left it up. He might not have left it up to keep it from. Yeah, he didn't leave it up. Dang it. He might have some of it. No, he didn't. Well, let's see if maybe they did it differently. Well, Jeremy is live. I saw him pop up first thing on Rumble. He looks awful.
Going to drive around and then I was going to bring it back. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's how this works.
Look at the dark circle under his eyes.
Like the whole, I mean, it is a good, believable story, I suppose. I suppose, like, maybe. But I don't think so. I mean, maybe he was going to leave a note. It's possible. He was just going to write the note. He was just in the middle of writing the note. You guys are being mean. Actually, you know what? He was clearly going to do that. You know, I was wrong. He was just going to borrow it. He's just a good guy. I was wrong. Maybe he was just going to give the guy an upgrade. That would have been nice. Well, anyway, I hope this guy, you know, I hope his truck wasn't damaged too badly by this very honest thief. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. The whole, I mean, I guess, like, I give him credit for trying to come up with the story. It'd be hard, you know, it's hard to be... He wanted reparations. Yeah. I mean, if he bent his axle, it's going to be very expensive. That's going to be true. It's going to be very, very expensive now. All right. We got another story. Interesting stuff going on X. And Trump was a doctor. Yeah, both. Yeah. If this guy, if this guy was going to borrow that wheel, then Trump really thought he was going to be a doctor. I guess those two things can be true. So there was a new update to X that rolled out, I don't know, over the weekend. A month doing this. 50 to 60,000 a month doing this. On top of that, was charging thousands of dollars to simply comment on people's posts to boost them. And well, of course, they got demonetized. They're still on X. And they're big mad about it. Now, I think it's a fine line because you end up with if you put the red siren emoji, this, any other thing, if they're taking a video that already exists and then transforming it, you could argue, hey, they're doing, they're adding value to it. But that's not really what they're doing. It's literally just stealing the post, reposting the post, making the money. So they updated X like this. New update for X aggregators had a 60% reduction in revenue, and it will be reduced further in the next cycle. Permanent deduction coming for bait posters who use breaking on every other post. Reposts now will get 90% impression reduction. So I don't know what that necessarily means. Like, how do they figure out who the first person was that posted something, and how do they then, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they figure out who the original was. I suppose maybe the algorithms figured that out, but certainly this is going to be much better for the X environment. Some misinformation accounts revealed that they've had monetization completely removed for the next 3 months. AI generated content is also considered high quality content if it's Hollywood level production, and they're actively encouraging users to post more original videos. I mean, I think ultimately, sure, Hollywood level production, this is what they said. This is the stuff they will monetize. Is this Hollywood level production? Is that the Rizzler? I don't really know. Like, this is Hollywood quality? To me, that looks like AI slop. I honestly, I think that there's definitely some AI content that is, fine and interesting, but I've yet to see it.
He is boring to me as he is to everybody else.
But then what's interesting is, Nikita, who's kind of the one talking about this, with Dom Lucrete. So Dom, I've met him in real life. He seems like a nice guy, but obviously he's one of these kind of slop poster accounts that people are talking about. Apparently, he's been getting very badly. Benny Johnson is cooked. I don't know. I've been told this app isn't the same already. I'm done defending myself, as I've seen Time and God do before. They will reveal everything, every change people begged for to hurt this entire app. And then community note says, what Dom Lucrete is defending is openly selling paid comments for $2,500, retweets for $4,989, and quote tweets for $6,600 each on his website. This is blatant platform manipulation and violates X authenticity and engagement spam rules.
Wow.
So for me, ultimately, it's interesting. Could you do I mean, I don't know. If you promote something, I've never been paid to comment on stuff or retweet stuff, but I don't have a big X account. In fact, I'm using it far less now because of these type of accounts. Because it's very difficult to even figure out what the hell is going on. But what's wild is
Bored. Let's go through Kiwi Farms instead. Well, Stalin might have a fun clip or two. Not really. Look at Alyssa clips. Let's see if she has anything.
There's clip channels that put up shit all the time, bro. And that's kind of the one that tests people, right? So like everybody kind of agrees that they support freedom of speech, and everyone kind of agrees that they support not flagging people. But how do you really test if people believe this? Is if they don't feel the same way about those channels talking bad about them. Right? So if they're suddenly not against flagging when the channel's making fun of them, they never believed that in the first place. Right? If you're not in favor of protecting the channels that also shit on you, you never believed it. But no, no one should be canceled. No. You know, it depends. It's different if they're like openly threatening you, like with violence. That's when things change, obviously. But just making fun of you and laughing at you is not grounds for banning. Like no one here is a god. Right? No one here is a god. Like you're not above anybody else. Like Jeremy is not a more important or special person than your cousin Snow Rome, right? We're all just fucking people. But then some people get on here and they get into content creation realm, they start growing a lot, and then they get this thing that goes to their head and they're like, well, I'm more important than this clip channel that's angry at me and like shitting on me. I'm more important, so I'm gonna get them banned because I'm me and they're them. Right? And that's not how you should look at things. right? That's bad. Jeremy's been bragging on Twitter for the last week that he has so many connections and platforms
he
that
did.
he can get
He did it
Chino banned at
constantly.
any point he wants. He's been saying this for like a week
He
and a
did
half.
constantly.
Right?
Constantly.
That's a no-go, bro. It's a no-go. He's
He
filthy.
did constantly.
He's a cook. He has a bull. Oh, buddy! He's crashing out. He's a cook.
So,
I will address this way. There is
Wait, I think-
something going on that's not really show related. It's more personal. That is going extremely, remarkably crazy well. This weekend was a disaster for others and great for me personally. I have to shut up about it
I don't know how
because
much of
it's
this I
going
actually
very
should.
well. And I have been shutting up about it. So if I continue to shut up about it, it will continue to go very well. And I just, I'm sorry for the flop that this weekend turned out to be for some. I'm not going to pretend I wasn't very happy about it. But yeah, I know some people want all kinds of gossip and talk and everything else. But, look, when... what's the old saying in politics? When you're losing, keep asking for debates. When you're winning, just stay the course. That's where I'm at. I think potentially Criminal Sean said it best. It's Aaron's game to lose. He just has to kneel on the football and run the clock out. And that's where we're at. So that's all I'm going to say. I can say more. I'm choosing not to because I don't want to jinx anything. Mike Go with $2 says H3 disaster, another win for the toe. Yeah, it did not go well when you got, a not sold out room and you got people begging for refunds. That's bad news. That's bad news. I will tell you this. I do not have pictures of another man's feet from 2 years ago. That would be gay. That's okay. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shush. Do not you're done. We're done. I can't no. I can't say it. It's no. I've learned too much. I'm not going to say anything more. Look, there'll be plenty of time for breakdowns and whatever end zone dance you want. We can do that later. Okay? Today is a day for the copers. All right, let them. They're running out of time to cope. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You want to talk about Pokemon? Let's talk about Pokemon. All right, that's. I think the strategy is it's over. It's a steel toe dub. Let's try to trip them up. Desperation heave is. Let's try to get them to talk. I'm not talking. Shut up. You shut up. Gift memberships instead. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Thank you guys very, very much. It is funny how I kind of took over that show and they just played really funny clips of me smashing them to pieces and they had nothing for it. It's not important. It was a bust. Just be happy. All right, let's do this Pokemon thing. Clippers United, thanks for the $1. You can cope all you want, son. Everybody knew that event was a bomb this weekend, and we kind of got under everyone's skin starting on Friday. Thank you very much, Clippers United. I have to keep my mouth shut because it's all going very well. Shush, Aaron. Don't say anything. Somebody too says, well, we all know what Aaron is doing the rest of the day. Well, I got to take a break at 1:30 from my patois
was all directed
to,
at Kayla.
A couple people decided they were going to themselves
Now
all
I'm
the way
mad.
yesterday. I couldn't. I mean, I could believe it because I do appreciate that the whole world is now getting to see that both of those two were lying about who was delaying things. That was nice to get that right from a judge's mouth. But anyway, Historically White says, did you see how much the quartering spent on Pokemon cards? I didn't. Historically White says it was several thousands. I hate this place. I hate it. Then apparently the quartering, you know how I said that all that drama around the quartering is gay because they're all in their 40s? I still believe that. In fact, I believe that more after this weekend than I did before. And that is, he claims he's not striking anybody's channel. But there's now a Kino Casino Clips channel and Alyssa Clips, the fantastic Alyssa Clips. Subscribe to her channel. He is struck, or they have both been struck for harassment on Jeremy videos. The theory is he's having other people do it for him. So he can say, oh, I didn't do it. But there's rumors that it's Melanie Mack and this Hannah Claire, these people who work for him. He's basically sending his employees, his flying monkeys out, you know, the middle-aged woman gang. He's sending them out to strike these channels, which is just more, again, more childish behavior, more proving Aaron Wright behavior, more just, guys, we're in our 40s. I mean, I'm not. I'm a youngin'. Saw Haley without the filter this weekend on Twitter. Speaking of, I thought she was in her 40s. I think she might be pushing 50. Oof. I get the filters now. I understand it. I understand the filters. I'll be nicer because oof. But if he's having other people strike channels for him, that's even like, I would respect someone more. Like, I don't respect striking channels. I think it's like the gayest, childish thing you can do. But I would almost respect him striking the channels, like doing his own dirty work. I would respect more than having someone else do it, because it shows if you think these people suck and they're evil and they're awful and you want to get them, then go ahead and strike their channel. But doing it through a proxy shows that A, you're being gay, but B, you care enough about what people think on the internet that you want to have a degree of separation about it. That's just pathetic, dude. I mean, you want to do a dirty move? Do your dirty move yourself. Don't do it behind proxies. Is that the Killstream Live? Ethan Ralph in the chat, everyone. Say hi to the Ralph mail. The hat flicker. The Ralph mail.
People want
Annoyed
to be able
Wawa
to have
Supervisor says, did nobody tell Haley Vegas doesn't have a
basketball?
basketball team yet? I don't understand the reference.
That's just
but
the way it is. They want some
she doesn't look
deniability.
like much of a basketball fan, and she's too old for the players.
So if they don't have to do it themselves, they're not gonna.
He didn't do it through a proxy. He has like 900 defunct YouTube accounts.
I mean,
well, again,
that makes sense.
What I'm saying is he's doing it through
makes sense to me.
Shady means. He's doing it through up means because he's claiming it's not him, and he's creating a degree of separation so that it can be him without it being. It's here. Short form version of it so we can move on. He's a gay guy. I got Scarlett in the YouTube chat. I got Ralph in the Rumble chat. I've got the Hollywood streaming it couple getting at us from both sides. That is remarkably unfortunate phrasing. Baba Shab says he did it to himself. One of the autofill results was his YouTube report literally displayed on his stream. What a $5 from JD Straight Shot says, how many fridges would the quartering bring to Hackamania? I'm sorry. How many fridges? Well, you bring fridges based on your bitterness. So I would say probably 2 fridges. Or 1 full-size fridge, I think. A lot of people shitting on the quartering in the YouTube chat. Thank you very much. Again, here's the trap I always get caught in. I start talking about shit going, this is gay, this is retarded, this is dumb, these people are all adults, knock it off. And then my chat has so many opinions about it. And then I end up talking. I work myself into a shoot on these things. Cocktiff says, Scarlett is a good girl and I love her. Easy, Cocktiff. Easy on the love shit. Ralph's in the Rumble chat. He'll f you up.
As I speak,
he'll take your hat. Flip that some bitch right off. Chips and Diff says, did April leave your cards outside the driveway in the rain? She would have if she got the house. Scarlett says, gold has always been a good investment. Platinum too. Does anybody else want to see the Scarlett Hampton investment show? It's all I want now. I want Scarlett to create a YouTube channel, and I want it to be nothing but Scarlett Hampton investment advice. and I want her to wear like a Sherlock Holmes
Okay.
hat and have a pipe. And she just goes, today, I'm going to tell you guys, you want to know what? 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 If you don't buy gold, you're stupid. You have to buy gold. Gold is the best. Gold is shiny. Gold is good. I have gold earrings in right now. Gold is the most amazing thing. I want golden cows. Golden cows from Wisconsin, and all the golden cows are going to be made out of 24 karat gold because that's the kind you need to invest. You don't even give it the bite test, and if it bites solid, then that's how you know it's real gold. You know,
Almost
I had a
believable
great
that she
great
would sound
grandfather,
that way,
and he was
too.
a 49er. He went
That's
to
the
California,
thing.
and he went to Pan for gold. He found a bunch of gold. And he would take his gold to the saloon. And he would buy his whiskey with it. And he would buy his steak with it. And if you don't invest in gold, then you're disrespecting the honor and memory of my great great grandfather, Smithers Hampton, who panned for gold in Wisconsin. John Doe says, yes, please call it Scarlet, but the S is a dollar sign. That'd be kind of cool. Ralph says about Scarlet, bro, she legit knows her shit with investing. It's wild. All right, I'm looking for a medium cap American stock that pays quarterly dividends and has good growth potential. That's what I'm looking at. Point me in the right direction. What if she just pulled a company right out of her ass and just went, "Oh, no, here, you should invest in this. I've gone to the trouble of making a folder for you on this presentation. This is a solid investment." Oh, somebody told me to watch the interviews that Tucker and Sean Ryan did with that Father Ripperger, the Vatican, like he's an exorcist guy. But the Tucker one is, I think, under 2 hours, and it's so good.
Wait,
And
what
it
is-
made me convinced that, okay, this is going to sound nuts, and I need the audience to stop watching the show right now. This is just Johnny and I. I've been thinking about telling SP. I've been thinking about, like, telling my parents or whatever or anybody, but I can't because they'll think I'm nuts. Just hang with me for, if you've listened to the Father
haven't gone
Ripperger
anywhere.
thing, it makes sense. I think I may have had some sort of demonic influence / possession when I was making all my sex
Making your big
mistakes and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I had a sex demon. And I had to look it up. I'm like, does going to Catholic Mass exorcise demons? And they were like, yes, holy water, going to Mass, and receiving the Eucharist will chases out demons.
Did you start? Oh wait, but that's right. You started going, but you went to mass with the group, didn't you?
No, not Catholic Mass. No, sirree, Bob.
Okay, so you just went.
No,
so
siree,
like,
Bob. That's how
generic
you know
mass
that the
doesn't do
Catholic
it.
Church is, the real shit, because that other stuff doesn't do shit for you. Yeah. I'm leaning towards, as I was talking to Father Ripperger, or as I was listening to Father Ripperger, I was like, holy shit, that's not, and Tucker was even saying, I know people like that. Oh my God, that's amazing. Now, Father Ripperger also said that, like, sometimes people just make shitty decisions. Like, sometimes people get
Right.
addicted to stuff. Sometimes people have a chemical imbalance. They have mental illness, whatever. But I don't know. What is here, let's look it up. What is the sex demon?
This is gonna go well.
Okay, we've seen
Let's
this
see.
part already.
He's gonna find a picture of himself. On
The primary sex demon.
There's clip channels that put up shit all the time.
Oh my goodness. Uncivil as well as like doing more legal drafting, actual attorney work. Don't tell the failed lawyer that. That's funny. Why am I tired? Let's see what else we have here. Live camera view. I don't know, where is is that's for sure. Yep, here we go. I'm not really able to see all that much. Well, that has a... Looking at some live cameras that can be accessed from around the world, and they don't really... It's really dark out, and one has like a big old light shining on it. And you can't tell anything. Let's see here. Oh. So the toe is currently tweeting some things, so he is probably not currently in court. And it's been an hour. They couldn't be in between sessions, or they could be done for the day because they couldn't get anywhere. When I said on, that was according to this right here. I was trying to share it here. There we go. Toes started posting retweets to X, so presumably he's done or in between sessions. I was asking how it is that Melton could say that he's not attending court. It doesn't make any sense. Didn't Nick spend so much time being a something that Melton's portion never even came up? Melton might as well sit at home and let Nick be a retard. Melton seemed more willing to let it be and abide by the HRO than Nick. He's probably only failed to settle because Nick insists doing so would harm Nick, and it's Nick paying for the lawyers anyway. So here's another interesting post. Last time Nick hired Randazza, he technically managed to outspin his opponent, but he got denied even after Randazza's heroic lawyering effort, and it led to the coke stream. And two, it cost him one of his houses. And this is pure speculation on my part, but Mommy and Daddy Ricated may be all for spending money on getting Nick out of trouble. They might not want to finance Nick actively going after his ex-boyfriend. He also says, being in favor of trying for a settlement makes Aaron look like a normal person, and it shows Nick's opposition to it as being unhinged. I'm not a lawyer, but I would guess for an attempt at settlement makes your side look good when the other side is crazy. You know what? Who seems hell-bent on making every step of the process as annoying as possible for everyone involved, including the judge. Yeah, it could be hours before we really know anything at all, which sucks. Really, really sucks. Be right back. see what we can see here. What on earth is going on here? World exclusive. Lonely pretend radio guy claims he took Rakita and Melton to school. But is this how someone seeking an HRO should act? HROs are to prevent abuse women. So weird that Aaron Hempel would go public and claim he took Rakita while Melton to school. No, HROs are not just designed to protect abused women. It's not. I think Friday the judge's decision had them coping hard and they were looking to save face after what a disaster the whole weekend was for them. But they screwed themselves all the way last night and I just have to stay quiet and it's over. It's going to be in court today. Melton is not. Yeah, Melton is screwed. He can't just not show up. It's the judge's hands and the next rant is going to bury him if he wasn't buried already. I took him to school last night by doing nothing. This is all the stuff that Steel Toe is apparently retweeting. Well, I wonder if he blocked me. No, he didn't. Didn't. Totally didn't realize I had him blocked. shown great courage. Oh my dear lord. Well, the one part you are. I'm responding to him and his stupidity here. You are an dumbass about is that the okay. Patient. Oh my god, there's no reason to believe there isn't. We still don't know much. We know that Aaron is tweeting about shit. And we know he could very well be possibly counting his chickens before they hatch. Beyond that, we don't know much. That is entertaining as Jeremy Ambler right now. World oil at risk is 20%. Why Hormuz oil matters? Let's take a closer look at this. Hold on a second. Since I'm not an expert here on how all this oil shit works, let's read what this says. The Strait of Hormuz is a 33-kilometer wide passage that carries roughly 1/5 of the world's daily oil consumption. Understanding why this narrow waterway holds such outsized importance requires looking at geography, economics, and the structure of global energy markets. By the numbers, 21% of the world oil supply. I mean, what's interesting is that means 80% of it, obviously comes from someplace else. So, I mean, it's interesting how just that 79% can make such a big difference. It's 20 million barrels per day. And I think this is just 60 vessels daily. It's not like 60,000 or something. It's just 60. Why this choke point? The Persian Gulf is home to roughly half the world's proven oil reserves. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, the UAE, Qatar, and Iran all border the Gulf. And most of their oil exports must pass through the Strait of Hormuz to reach the global markets. Unlike other major oil-producing regions, there are very limited alternatives to the maritime route through Hormuz. A few pipelines bypass the strait, notably Saudi Arabia's East-West Pipeline and the UAE's Abu Dhabi crude oil pipeline. But their combined capacity is far less than what flows through the strait daily. How oil prices react to Hormuz disruptions. Oil is a globally traded commodity. When supply is disrupted anywhere, prices rise everywhere. This means even countries that import zero oil through the Strait of Hormuz, like the United States or Brazil, see their energy costs rise when Hormuz is threatened. So, we don't actually get import any oil through there. That's interesting. Price transmission chain. Hormuz disruption removes 20 million barrels a day from the market. Brent crude futures spike immediately. Refiners worldwide pay more for any crude grade. Substitution effect. Gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel prices rise at the pump. Transportation and manufacturing costs increase. Consumer prices for food, goods, and services follow. Why we track Brent, not WTI? I don't even know what those things mean. North Sea origin global benchmark prices 65% of world oil. Directly affects seaborne supply disruptions, most responsive to Hormuz events. WTI crude, U.S. origin, Northern American focus, delivery point, Cushing, Oklahoma. More influenced by U.S. shale production, often trades at a discount to Brent. Okay. I don't know what any of those words mean. 3 ships are currently transiting. In the last 24 hours, we've had a total of 8. The normal daily average is 60. Brent crude oil is up 8.5. So it's $127.61 per barrel, I guess. Ugh. So we know that on April 11th, the peace talks in Islamabad collapsed. Deadlock over nuclear program, and Iran's demand to retain Hormuz control. U.S. blockade of Iranian ports begins. Send common forces blockade of all traffic to and from Iranian ports at 10 a.m. Eastern. Trump threatens to sink Iranian ships. Oil prices spike above 100 barrel. Ceasefire status in limbo. There we go. Here's something cool. K9 seduced man at parking attendant attack near Petco Park. Around 3:42 p.m. near K Street and 13th Street in downtown San Diego, a 20-year-old Lathapong Keovangza allegedly struck a 25-year-old parking attendant twice with a broken cane handle, causing lacerations. Officers found him nearby on a park boulevard holding a 6-foot stick, ignore drop commands amid a tense standoff captured on video. Last 3 rounds failed, but a police canine charged, bit his arm after he swung at it, and brought him down safely. The victim received treatment for non-life-threatening injuries. Police are investigating the motive with no charges announced yet. Good lord. Boom, 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 boom. Go, doggy, go. Dun, 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 dun. I think he's like Asian or something. Go, doggo, go. Bum, 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 bum. I'm wondering if there's a better angle. This many people against a guy with a stick. That's kind of funny. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it's kind of funny. They wanted him to shoot the guy. I mean, he wasn't even hitting the dog that hard. There was no reason to use deadly force. This is were they afraid he might have had other weapons on him, and so that justified this? I don't get it. But good doggo. Good doggo. Took him down. Didn't have to kill him in order to do it. So here's something about the whole casino and quartering drama. Even did not flag them through the official process. A reasonable basis exists to assert that Jeremy Hammerley flagged casino clips Andy Worski and other channels through personal connections, which would be discoverable through emails, text, DMs, calls, etc. So that's from Legal Mindset. Gross. Oh. No. No. Horrifying. Ugh. Oof. Oof. So 4 hours ago, the rapid response shared this. Regarding the Strait of Hormuz. A ship tracking firm reports 121 empty oil tankers are making their way to the United States. President Trump has urged countries squeezed by Iran's disruption of the Strait of Hormuz to turn to American energy supplies instead. So over here on Reddit. We've got some stuff. He does donate it to himself. What? What? Oh my gosh.
That is the latest. Aaron, my yeah. Richard Head says cheese pizza. Oh, historically white says Aaron, my Uber Eats is getting cold. That is the latest steel toe cope. You know the copes get worse the more steel toe just keeps existing. They're now like Aaron has to be doing Uber Eats now. I don't know why. I'm not sure. Every week we make our ultimate goals
like
and
they,
everything.
They can watch us do it. A lot of times they do.
It's just, it's a head and throw in some money. And like I said, I'm going to stay. Hold on. I'm going to stay some minutes later today because I'm going to be listening to this Patois Bible anyway. We can do it together. Amazing the stuff you say about me, brother. I don't know why you lie when you get here. Like, why not talk all that cash money shit about things you want to happen to me and do to me when you're here? I don't get it. You're not a friend of the show, my man. You've said some fucked up shit about me and my family when you think I'm not looking. No offense, buddy, but I thought you were just like having fun. I read some of the shit this person sent me. You're fucked up. Like in a real weird parasite. I thought you were just a guy who was ironic. You're not ironic. You're just fucked up. Stream.
All these people that are obsessed with Aaron are fucked up.
I'm just here for a lack of anything better to do. You know. And obviously that's some of these people's problem is that, like me, they don't have anything better to do.
The more put that over is just junk. Official ruling. Gifted memberships. We're getting close to 700. Let's do that. Couple of $5 drops and we'll be out of here. Let's go. Trucker 18-wheeler starting us off with the Johnny. We're here for their incredible show. I will address this way. There is something going on that's not really show related. It's more personal. That is going extremely, remarkably crazy well. This weekend was a disaster for others and great for me personally. I have to shut up about it because it's going very well, and I have been shutting up about it. So if I continue to shut up about it, it will continue to go very well. And I just, I'm sorry for the flop that this weekend turned out to be for some. I'm not going to pretend I wasn't very happy about it. But yeah, I know some people want all kinds of gossip and talk and everything else, but look, when what's the old saying in politics? When you're losing, keep asking for debates. When you're winning, just stay the course. That's where I'm at. I think potentially Criminal Sean said it best. It's Aaron's game to lose. He just has to kneel on the football and run the clock out, and that's where we're at. So That's all I'm gonna say. I can say more. I'm choosing not to because I don't want to jinx anything. Mike, go with $2.
I am going to. Early Leopard is believed to have been Nicholas Ricade all this time. So I'm going to message him. Hey. Howdy. Amazing. I need to switch it to something else instead here for just a minute. Need to hide this for just a minute here. Okay. I was trying to figure out which email I was using for that account. We figured it out. These are so good. Cheese puffs, white cheddar, no artificial colors or flavors added. This is the best thing they ever made. They were supposed to be sending me an email. Okay. I want to make sure that, okay. I want to see if he'll respond to me. And I can get definitive proof that, yes, this is indeed rackets. There's things that account has posted up that might be Aaron related. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I ever get a response from them. I've got about 45 minutes before my father gets here. And then we gotta go do some things. What about Milton? $8:30 tonight. There's going to be something with the casino. Let's make sure I'm doing it this way. I always have to double check and make sure I actually have the sound. And I don't actually have it on yet, so.
Buddy, cornering, caught, flagging in 4K.
Literally.
Once again, his browser search history betrays him.
God.
Whether it's forced cream pies or low sperm counts or now it's his report history. Thanks for your report, Jeremy
And then
Hambley.
he shows a different email. That's
He
not
shows
even
a different
close.
email that the subject line doesn't even fucking match. You don't get that fucking email back about reporting
Thanks for
when you're
reporting.
appealing monetization. That's not how it works, Hambly. So whether you were flagging us then or you were flagging somebody else, you certainly were flagging somebody, and he still won't show the report history for that channel.
And Alyssa
But
Clips, she flagged.
over the weekend, the flaggetry has hit a whole new level.
Beyond.
The gay ops are hitting a whole new fucking level. Alyssa Clips had her archive of Josh Moon's takedown on Jeremy Hambly struck down for cyberbullying, which then prompted the Mad at the Internet channel to private their copy of it as well. The area where Alyssa Clips was struck just coincidentally happens to be the part about the bull, Adam Sellers, which it always is, because this isn't about Hambly's wife. This is about the bull and the bull being exposed. That's when all this flagging, all these gay ops began, was when Adam Sellers' swinger lifestyle and criminal history was exposed. He's been Jeremy Hambly's friend. No one is harassing his wife.
We asked
no
you
one
stop
cares.
talking about her, and he brought her up again
He does it
today.
again and
We
again
don't
and
want-
again. But if you look back at Jeremy's history, we have one particular clip where it's just insane.
Yeah.
Where he's going after some other guy's wife, and he's saying, provide any proof that your wife was actually harassed.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but
Yeah.
he won't provide any proof that his wife has been harassed.
And
he
remember-
won't provide proof of anything.
He called out Matt Jarbo, and what did he say? Basically everything that he should be saying in the mirror right now, and then calls Matt a cock and says that his wife has kids with different men. Also, Jared can do it and
But
be funny about.
but nobody else can. Right, Jer. But then it comes out through the grapevine, Yellow Flash and tons of other YouTubers are going through the chain of command, talking to their YouTube reps, talking to their connections at YouTube. And they're pretty much 100% convinced that Jeremy Hambly did this through his contact at YouTube. And if you remember, Jeremy told Josh Moon in DMs that he has a non-Jeet YouTube rep.
Yes.
And that he's going to flex his connections.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as everybody comes out with their personal contacts at YouTube that this is what Jeremy did, Jeremy now claims, I never had a YouTube rep at all. I don't know anybody at YouTube. It's like, so you were lying to Josh? Like,
with no
buddy,
strikes.
come on.
With no strikes
Listen, you
in
just
5
have
minutes.
to walk through it. So you have two channels both going down that had no strikes on them within 5 minutes. First, your Andy Worski account. And then 5 minutes later, our Kino Casino Clips channel goes down for ban evasion. Mind you, your account had just been restored 3 months ago as having not broken 6 months ago,
and no
as having not
videos in
broken
5
the
years.
rules. Yes, nothing new was uploaded to it, but then it was taken down with no actual reason specified. And then our Clip channel goes down for ban evasion. This was an obvious coordinated gay op. And now Alyssa Clips is being flagged down. Kino Casino Classics, which is a fan-run clip channel, has had 9 privacy claims by Teddy Feezer.
Who's openly flagging now.
Who's openly flagging. Ethan Van Sciver has come out and said flag down PPP's personal channel.
Which, by the way,
flag
Ash,
down Kino Casino.
About that, right? Ethan Van Sciver said they harassed his wife, which, again, we never did. That's bullshit.
No.
This is a fake thing. But, hey, Ethan Van Sciver, you had someone piss on another person's
guy's grave. Yeah, this guy's grandfather's grave,
So
and
stay out
you
of
sent
this
a
one,
guy
buddy.
to his personal business to fucking harass him through the windows and intimidate his customers. So just shut the
Stay
fuck
out of
up,
this one,
buddy.
Ethan Van
But what
Sciver.
it's creating now, and this is what Jeremy Hambly wants, is an atmosphere on YouTube, a culture on YouTube, where it's okay to just openly flag, to censor down people that are criticizing you, to silence mockery and scorn. And now other people are using it as cover to run their own flagging and their own gay ops. So this is the danger of allowing Hambly to get away with this stuff, is then other bad actors are emboldened. But let me tell you, we have a show for you tonight. Jeremy Hambly in a threesome with a man.
By
He's
his own
gay.
words. His own
He
words
will tell
on the
us the
podcast.
story of him having a threesome with a man. I'm just saying, if you're willing to actually have a threesome with another man, you're probably willing to do any sort of greasy, sexually deviant behavior with bulls and shit. But not only is he having threesomes with men, he's watching bestiality porn, buddy. He's admitting to watching horses fuck women.
Yes.
Who does this?
They're making this up. Wait,
No!
Wait, you
you
can't...
said this yourself,
but
buddy,
Ash...
that you're jacking it to fucking horse porn like Father Vosh or Uncle Chen.
But Ash, now that we're saying this and we're going to criticize him for it, he's going to put his wife in front of him and use her as a meat shield.
That's what he does.
So he's
That's
invincible
what he does.
now because of his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Invincible.
But meanwhile, nobody else is allowed. By the way,
under the bus.
He'll talk about there's no proof that I flagged. There's no proof. I mean, there's mountains of proof. But he accused Brie Larson of flagging him and other people without any evidence. And we're going to have a look at those clips today as well as all the times he claimed, my channel's under attack from flagging and I don't know what I'm going to do. And da, 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 da. It's crazy. Also today, finally, we may cover some other topics.
Yes!
We have the failed Ralph wedding, spectacular.
That was such a bummer yesterday.
Oh, man, but it's such a failure. But he got pressed. It was kind of fucking funny. Shout out to Keto Casino. Ralph was rattled because he just got overshadowed all weekend long, his big weekend, by what was going on with Hambly and the casino. So he was fucking seething and he didn't know whether to side with us or side with quartering. So once again, he fumbled another opportunity to jump onto the winning team for whatever retarded reason, rage pig mindset, whatever.
His attack on quartering and defense of us was, why would you do that publicly? Like, it's not like, why would you do this?
You know what? He's right, though. He's right. Like, why would you? It's so stupid. He could have got away with it all had he not come out and just been like, yeah, I am going to take it down, Josh. I have connections at YouTube. And he laid out his game plan. First, I'll take their clip channel for ban evasion. Then I'll take their kick account. And sure enough, it's going according to what he said would happen.
But he's trying to
blame he's trying to blame us for it, saying we told people to flag us. We never told anybody to fucking flag.
What?
Why would we do that?
I didn't see that.
Like, this clip channel was generating massive revenue
and views and spreading the word.
And views and exposure. It's just mental illness from fucking Hambly. In all seriousness, it really is.
But Ash,
so
you saw Alyssa Clips posted our previous episode. She asked for permission. Of course, right? She posts it. It is number 22 right now worldwide on Hype on YouTube with over 85,000 views and spreading. And
well, he's so dumb because as soon as you tell people you can't see this, you can't watch this, you can't hear this information, it makes people who wouldn't even give a fuck normally, well, I want to know what's going on. It's so stupid. The Streisand effect has become the Hambly effect. Guys, you're going to want to tune in. We got another great show for you guys tonight. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Only on Kick.
Oh, goodness. See. Still no response from the message that I sent him. I think it would be really funny if he ended up responding. Okay, let's just go to Kiwi Farms thread. We're gonna have to wait until Minnesota Records gets a hold of whatever ends up getting filed. I mean, if anybody had gotten arrested today, we would have heard about it. So, okay, well, I gotta make sure that I am ready for my dad to get here so that we can run some errands. Absolutely nothing of importance has been covered today. Oh goodness. All right. Catch y'all later. I'll be back for sure when it's time for Kino Casino, I think. 'Cause that'll be fun. Bye.